Alright, since Mr. Michael's still back there working on his house, I'm not bugging him because he's all wrapped up in that. Still haven't gotten the catalytic converter put on this one. Matter of fact, right there it sits in the floor. In the meantime though, I have run the seafoam through this thing. Put one can through the vacuum line on the power brake booster like I normally do with all the other ones. And then I put one in the gas tank. Cleaned out the carburetor, and the carburetor he's got on here was from a junkyard. Got little junkyard marks on it. Of course, it's not an actual carburetor, it's a throttle body. I've been looking for a while and have not found another one of these hoods, red or otherwise. So I figured, okay, well maybe I can fix the hood if I can just find the cowl induction motor in there. Get the cowl induction and the little air breather that boots up to it to allow more air in. Nope, can't find either one of them. And I'd hate to think at this stage of the game what GM would charge for it. But yeah. And I got to looking at these. I'm going to replace these seals just because of this right here. It's loose inside and out. I had tried to get that way. See, I got the door to where it'll open up. I kind of went a little overboard with the lithium grease, but at least it's lubed up now and it opens a little easier. You don't have to rip the door handle off. But here's what I was saying. I'm going to have to replace it on the T-top itself and on all the way up and around the top. Now this is only glued on the back side. Actually, this piece right here is held in with a piece of trim. They've all got little jewels like this that hold them in. There's two there, one right about here I think, one in the corner and that corner, and then one right here, and then the rest of it's just all tacked in with the glue. So I'm going to get a set of new seals. There's nothing really wrong with the rest of the seals, but that right there is just, I mean, I'm not going to just glue it back up because this one I probably could and it'd be just fine, but it's ripped where somebody broke into the car. They pulled it back and got into the car that way. This one's just tacked on there too. I kind of think this might be aftermarket actually. Maybe. I'll have to look at that because I thought there was this kind of looks like this supports what I was thinking. If I remembered right, there's a black piece of trim that overlaps the outer edge of this window, not this. Let's see if the other side's like that. Yeah, see, this side doesn't have all that extra. This car's been wrecked. Look right there. I didn't even notice that before. That's a problem. Not for me, because it's a $500 car. That's what I bought it for. To be a $500 car. Something to go out and just rip and tear in and have a good time. And so far I've had a ball. But I do like it to be halfway normal when I do it too. So far the assessments that I've made is If it doesn't need them already, it's going to need new brakes on all 4 wheels. Going to need new wheel bearings, at least on the front, because when you let off the gas, you can just feel those front wheels just bouncing to beat all crap. I mean, I don't get it. The only thing I can think is that the struts up front are bad, or the struts and the bearings. Either way, there's no telling how long it's been since the bearings were done, so I'm going to do them again. It's not that hard. I showed y'all how to do them on this thing a while back. Take them out, put them in a bearing packer, pack them full of grease, and you're ready to rock and roll. Slap them back together. Not super hard. And this thing does have the cargo cover in it that still works. Took me a while to figure out how it hooked up, but now that I have. As far as inside, I still never have gotten the seats out to free them up to where I can slide them back where I need them. So, needless to say, I ride around in here with my knees folded almost in half, or my legs folded almost in half. That window rolls down. This one does not. This one actually needs a window motor. I also need to replace the windshield wiper motor because it barely moves the windshield wipers. I mean, they're just literally that slow. When you put it on high, it comes up to the really slow speed that it should be running when you just turn them on, like the delay. But aside from that, I am going to replace the plugs with E3s also, eventually. I don't have the money to do all this now. I do need a new column. Look at that. Didn't even touch the gas pedal. See? Foot's nowhere near it. Just as smooth as silk. Yeah, it won't be making all that growl once I get that bad boy put on it. I don't know how much of that it'll actually baffle out, but gotta get that on there so I can get this thing tested where I can drive it on the road in a have-to case. This thing got hot out here. It was 76 degrees when I left the house earlier to go buy all the stuff to tune this up with. Console gear indicators falling out. That switch was falling apart. It still worked, but it fell apart. So I'm going to get new switches and a new console cover. The frame for the radio, the the clips that hold it in place are loose, and this is warped because somebody doesn't have it fastened down. So I'm gonna fasten that back down, and then put a decent radio back in it, whether even if it's got to be aftermarket. See, watch. Look at the wipers. Just I think I can, and that's high. They slow down when they're squirting out water, and that's all it literally is in here now, is water. But that's as fast as they go right there. Need to go about twice or 3 times that speed. I'm actually about trying to get a little different setup on this thing. Oh geez. Cannot pull out of this driveway without spinning the tires. Should have grabbed my mount out of my Tahoe. Yay. Anybody get vertigo easy? Yeah, look, there's the end already. Yay. Yeah. We get those up here all the time. Those are the trains that haul the cars between the north and the south and to the different dealerships without having to put them in a semi-truck to do it. I don't know how many cars or trucks those train cars hold, but about this, it'll spin them. But with these big wide tires on the back, it would rather just hook up and go. See? Put the brakes on and the steering wheel starts wobbling. Of course, I'm not holding it all that tight either. But unless you're under 50 mile an hour, it's really sketchy. Yeah. Before you holler, I'm only going 60. Well, 58. Oh shoot, I forgot. I didn't check the pressure on the tires. And I shouldn't be going this fast because I literally don't. always wanted to do that. Come through here that fast, or faster. Only problem is I gotta stay on my side, because you don't know what's gonna be on the other side. '70 up a steep ass curvy hill. God, I miss this rush. Woo, like a kid again. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay. Thought I was at my turn over here. This is my turn. What? There's nothing wrong with going around the 90-degree corner at 40. These cars do that. I'm actually coming over here to see if one of my old buddies is home. They are. She is anyway. I guess they both are. Like mosquitoes have torn me up in here. Around on somebody's driveway that's actually got a driveway. I don't want this thing spinning up all their gravel, especially since it does mine. Yeah, this ain't but a 305, but I think she's still starved for fuel. The only way I can change that is if I start putting all the aftermarket stuff on here, which on a 305 I just really don't want to do. I'll do some more cleaning up and tightening and gapping and setting and all with it. Yeah, shoot, they got ahead of me now. I gotta behave. Everything feels like it's loose in this thing. Both my IROC and my Firebird, or my TA that I had before, everything was tight. I mean, super tight compared to this. No brake. What are you on the brakes for, dude? You got a car that'll handle this. Didn't even think about the brakes. Oh, is he trying to run me? Guess not. Now something I did notice, I'm hearing a popping when I do that, and I don't know if it's because the tires are offset, or because it's got, and they shouldn't be, or because it's got the oversized tires on the back. That may be the bushings loose on the panhard bar on the back. I haven't gotten that back up under it to look at all that yet. The sun's awful bright. Came over here a while ago to see if my buddy Chuck was home. He hasn't been home for a while. I don't know if he's working again or if he's if they've moved and he just hasn't gotten all his stuff or what. Yeah, there's no suspension to this. It's like riding a doggone go-kart. Yeah, I couldn't drift the corner. I'd have met that Lexus right in the apex of the corner. I was gonna drift it. Oh well. Cut my fun right out. Didn't touch the brake though. If I'd have touched the brake, I'd have probably went right into the front of him anyway. It would have grabbed, gripped, and thrown me sideways. I guess old Michael's packed it in. Anyway. That's my little ride along tour in the $500 Firebird. Okay, right back up here next to my, not quite that far back, I'm still gonna mow. Gonna get a new shifting set up in there too. You can replace the whole shifter, the cradle that it goes into, and everything. So I'm probably gonna do that. Yeah, you can see even after ripping and tearing, still around like 800-900 RPM. Yeah, she got a little warm. Actually, how warm did it get? I didn't check that. Oh yeah, she's overheating. Oops. That's why I heard her gurgling. I'll let her rest. Yeah, see the door opens right up. Power locks work. Could be worse. And just a normal door shut now. It's not, you don't have to beat it, slam it, and lift up on it. But this being bashed like it is, can't even imagine how you'd mess that up and nothing else. Of course, this door's been painted. Look at there. Didn't see that before either. So that's probably a whole new paint job, whole new door. Car was probably totaled out and they bought it for about what I paid for it. But yeah, it's a pretty good smack right there. And caved that in. But again, 500 bucks. The fact that it runs for 500 bucks is a big plus. But, and I do want to take those off, and big wide tires on the back. Not that I'd mind wide tires, but I'd rather have a spacer for the front and have them the same depth all the way around, and I would like the recess in the center to be back in a little further than that. That's not deep dish enough. I got nothing against wide tires, but you need to have them all four the same. This bit of having them staggered like that is just retarded. There's no good reason to do that. Unless, well, there is a good reason, running it down a drag strip, but I'm not doing that. This is just to poke around and have some fun with and not get dead. Or if I do it upright all at once. So, anyway, that's it. Kind of an update on that one. And you see Mama's car's gone. I got it going again too. This thing needs a bath because it's got mold growing on the doggone gas around the gas tank again. That's where I wiped it off last time. Then I washed it all off. Now it's grown right back, all but where I rubbed it. Anyway, that's the long and short of it. That's the update and the ride with me in the Firebird doing the crazy driving. Of course, that's not crazy. That's a little wild. Crazy driving, I mean actual crazy driving, I wouldn't have been able to hold this camera, and if I'd have put it on a mount in the back, it would not stay. When I do what I call crazy driving in one of these cars, nothing stays put. And I can make them dance. It's been a while, but it's all coming back to me rather quickly with this thing. Anyway, I'm gonna get after my projects here now that it's not 900 degrees in the shade, and get this stuff all put back together and get it all running and get it out of here. But anyway, thanks for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.